All right, so first vlog in a really long time. Finally got around to doing it this week. Um, I hope travel's great. I've really enjoyed your Instagram stories. Looks super fun, super jealous. But this week's been great as far as training. Um, I kind of emailed you a little bit. Haven't been very communicative in the last couple weeks, but I was dealing with really bad insomnia and kind of health problems that stem from not sleeping. So um, we're trending really well in the right direction here. So I'm sleeping normally, 90% of the time. Um, just had to change a couple things like my sleep hygiene. Started journaling. Um, there's been another big change, but I'll kind of talk to you about that in private if we ever get the chance, like a video conference or something. But all for the better. Everything's going really good. So finally, on week 3 now, it's taken me 4 weeks to do 3 weeks of training. But this week was the first week I got every single thing done. I didn't skip anything, and finished it in like 9 or 10 days. So really excited about that, and considering everything that's going on, training's going really well. It definitely got put on the back burner as far as like where my attention was, but still got the sessions in when I could. A couple of them I had to like split up for time's sake, like doing all the bench work on a separate day, which might not be ideal, but I still got everything done. So holidays have been great. Thanksgiving was awesome. December 1st now just put up the tree. Got the house all decorated. So that's been fun. But on to training real quick. Day 1, high bar squats. I think I was coming off 2 nights of bad sleep, and then I slept decent. Just kind of fatigued, like mentally, for the squats. So at 3 sets of 8, at 62.5% high bar or 7 RPE. Started at what was 62 and a half, but then added 10 pounds. So ended up sets of 8 at 285. Moved really well. Watching the video of it, a week later, it looks super easy, but didn't necessarily feel like that the day of. So benched right after that, 3 sets of 8. Worked up to 205 for a solid set of 8, 7.5. Again, watching it back, I was like, I put that at a 7.5, but I guess I did on the day. So, and then my dumbbell bench and single arm pull downs, got those done. I think I did machine bench that day, machine flat bench for some reason. Nothing really to note there. Day 2, sumos. I've been really enjoying doing sumo deadlifting again, and have been able to significantly add weight each week, and really trying to work on my form. I kind of noticed my hips, I don't know, pivot up before I take tension. So your cue of being patient off of the floor helped a lot. Definitely harder, at least just staying patient, but better, cleaner reps. So 3 sets of 5 at 335. It felt good. I fatigue pretty quick with the sumos. Not like fatigue, whereas the reps degrade, but I can just feel my like adductors getting really sore really quick. And then leg press. I've been feeling really strong on these, especially doing after sumo deadlifting, at least relative to when I was traditional deadlifting, and then doing leg press after. I guess my quads get warmed up, or just my legs get warmed up more, I suppose. Rack chins are feeling better. Changed the grip from underhand to overhand, like you said. Didn't add weight yet. 3 sets of 10 was pretty perfect for an 8 RPE. Shoulder press. So I think I did machine shoulder press that day. Usually, if that happens, it's for some necessity. Like it's a really busy gym day. We don't have a huge dumbbell section. There's only like 4 benches there, so it gets really busy really quick. Back extensions, able to go up in weight. And then day 3, low bar squat, the most exciting. 3 sets of 4 at 350. I was pretty nervous, but my anxiety is a lot lower for squat days than it hasn't been in the past, so that's good. I don't have to pace around the room for the squats anymore. But I was definitely anxious because I hadn't low bar squatted in like 10 days, just with how I was having to take breaks when I wasn't sleeping. And anytime I have to go longer than like 96 hours between squats, I feel a little rusty. So it felt really heavy, but it actually moved pretty decently. The video I sent is of the last set, actually, which I put at 8.5. Mostly because I feel like my form was gonna start to break down. Hips shooting up, maybe it didn't happen, but a couple more reps in it for sure would have. So it's the only reason why I rated it so high. Bench is the only thing that's been feeling heavy. I've had to drop the load on the last day, but I'll get to that in a second. Again, pull-ups, tricep push-downs, everything's great there. And then deadlifting. First time traditional deadlifting, I felt really weird. My form felt strange. Felt like I was in my back a lot, and I couldn't get tension in my hamstrings really well. No, those were yesterday, but 3 sets of 3 at 385, so it's still pretty decent for me. I think it doubles at 405. Last block is what we kind of ended at. So even though it didn't feel great, it moved great and projects great. But then the bench single at 6.5. I went to 257.5. And it was definitely a little high. I put it at like a 7. It was pretty fluid, but kind of felt like disjointed, like really quick off my chest, and then when my triceps like kicked in or whatever you want to say, kind of stalls and then finishes. It's kind of like feels like 2 movements almost, which is strange. Back down sets cleaned up a little bit, but I think it was 3 sets of 4 at 240, and I ended up having to go to 235, so not a huge difference. But that last set of 4 was like an 8.5, if not a 9 even. But that's all right. It's just because I've been, like I said, lots of time in between sessions, and the bench kind of has the quickest technical decay, if that's a term, at least for me, that I noticed. So excited that I'm kind of getting back on track with the time in between sessions and getting back to a week being 7 days instead of 10 or 11. First time I did the lunges in 3 weeks. The first 2 weeks I had skipped them, so that was really good. Pretty sore in my quads today, which is to be expected. Even though I kept the weight pretty light, definitely need to go up significantly next week. Cable rows, hammer curls, everything's good there. So 1 more week here programmed out. Pretty excited. I got pretty bad anxiety from the lack of sleep. Ended up seeing a couple doctors, but have a primary care physician now permanently who's great. I'm just taking like this anti-anxiety med right before bed just once a day, but tapering off that and still sleeping well, so that's great news. Been trying to see a behavioral therapist for like 3 weeks now, but it's like literally impossible to get scheduled. We keep playing phone tag, and then the holidays kind of hit, so still trying to get in with them. Hopefully next week I can finalize that, because I think that'll be the biggest help. when I started implementing some of the things that I even just read online about sleep hygiene and things like that, like journaling before bed, seems to be helping. But other than that, life's really good. I'm excited for the holidays. I'm excited to keep training, keep making some progress here. Um, Definitely strange doing the high bar and then the low bar and then sumo and the traditional, but it's kind of fun. Each day kind of has its own challenges there, but definitely excited for 4 or 8 weeks from now when we pick one or the other. I'm really kind of leaning towards sumo, even though I'm a little bit weaker. At least I feel it. I don't know. For some reason, I've been enjoying it. It's fun. I don't know if this holds any merit, but I feel it's a little bit more technical, and I kind of can appreciate that, and the challenges that brings. So, all in all, I'm feeling good. Big kind of speed bump there for the last month, but excited to be over it, and start gaining some ground again. So, thanks for staying patient with me. Sorry I haven't really been in contact for a while, but like I said, excited to get back on track here. So I know you're still in Spain, I think, Madrid now. So I don't expect to really get a vlog back immediately or anytime soon. So just wanted to get this out. Haven't filmed one in a really long time. Didn't even do a meet recap or anything. So just thought it'd be good if it's see my face, know that I'm okay. So hope all is well, Bryce. And we'll talk soon.